So let's hear it out from Anurag about Greenwich University and what really makes it unique.
University of Greenwich is a public university established in 1890. It's a UNESCO heritage property,
So what all programs does University of Greenwich offers to Indian students?
majorly business. We have a psychology, engineering, science, AI.
How is the student community?
So there are a lot of nationalities clubs which students join, which make them more comfortable as their second home itself.
So what are the ideal entry requirements for UG and PG?
Starting with CBSE 65% and state boards at 70%. For PG, the requirement is minimum.
What are the top recruiting companies comes into the campus?
We work with Ford, we work with Ford Payments, we work with Google, we work with Capgemini, and many more.
According to you, what are the steps that the student should follow ideally to maximize their chances to get into University of Greenwich? Hello everyone. Welcome to the second episode of our series Out of the Syllabus, hosted by Global Study Link, your trusted study abroad partner. Today we have Anurag joining us from the University of Greenwich, right from scholarship, admission procedures, entry requirements, and the speculations that are going on with the visa related things. So let's dive right in and hear it out from Anurag. Hi Anurag. Thank you so much for taking out time to join our session today. It would be really great if you kindly introduce yourself to our students.
Thank you, Saurabh, for my introduction. Hi, students. My name is Anurag Katuria. I'm the regional consultant for the University of Greenwich. I am very much pleased to have it here with me, Saurabh, who's going to discuss about the challenges which students are facing over the time period, and we will be having a discussion over the admission requirements, scholarship, accommodation which the university offers to the prospective students.
Thank you, Anurag, for that beautiful introduction. As you already know, that Anurag represents the University of Greenwich, which is located in London, UK. So let's hear it out from Anurag about Greenwich University and what really makes it unique.
All right. So talking about the University of Greenwich, University of Greenwich is a public university established in 1890. It's a UNESCO heritage property. It's just 10 minutes from the central London, 40 minutes from Heathrow Airport. It's a beautiful campus spread on acres of land, which is surrounded by Thames River, National Maritime Museum, Curtis Museum. So it gives a student a feel being in proper campus rather being in a modern building. Though we have all the modern facilities for the students which they require in their education. University is offering students a unique thing in the program which is called placement year, sandwich year, internship, which talks about diversity, strong connection in terms of employment, higher employability rate.
Perfect, Anurag. So as you mentioned, regarding University of Greenwich. So when our international students travel to UK or maybe any other country for that matter, or any specific university for that matter, there's a lot of fear that ideally I have seen among students. So specifically, if I talk about Greenwich University, how is the student community?
We have a strong community which is very much diverse. We have students from not even from South Asia. I would say it's from around the globe. We get students from USA, Canada, Europe, Nepal, Pakistan, Sri Lanka. So there are a lot of nationalities clubs which students join, which make them more comfortable as their second home itself. And with the God grace, with the university's good reputation, we have been very lucky that students really enjoy our on-campus accommodation, the facilities being provided to the students.
Okay. And before we dive into the entry requirements, the accommodation, the scholarship and everything, can you please, inform our students that how many campuses do University of Greenwich has?
All right. University of Greenwich has 3 campuses. One is in University of Greenwich itself. It's in London. Second is Avery Hills, which is just 10 minutes from Greenwich main campus. Third campus is Medway, which is in Kent. We provide transportation services to the students who want to travel among the campuses.
I believe that was enough to set the context, right?
Right.
Now diving right into the questions. So if I ask about the important programs or the programs that ideally, Indian students choose, specifically in the University of Greenwich. So what all programs does University of Greenwich offers to Indian students?
Sort of to be specific on the programs which students look upon, especially for Indian market, are majorly business, which we cover up in accountancy and many more fields like hotel management, HR, economics. Apart from this, we have a psychology, engineering, science, which covers computer science and data science, forensic sciences. We are very popular for medical science program, food safety, food management, We also popular for a digital engineering, sustainable engineering, which students look upon for AI, robotics, mechatronics.
Okay. And do you also offer nursing programs?
Yes, we do offer nursing programs to the students who are looking for this field. They can definitely apply.
Perfect. So as you might know, that nursing is, one of the most popular courses that ideally we deal with. So
Yeah.
how do you see the future of, people who are going for nursing programs, specifically in UK, precisely in University of Greenwich?
The future is really great, and it's going to be awesome for the students who are looking for nursing program. I believe they themselves know that nursing has been always demand, and it has over the years, I would say post COVID, has become more popular, where majorly Western culture has been in demand. Western countries have been in demand, that they look for more nurses, and to be in the phase again, they are getting it prepared. So I would say when we talk about nursing in the time frame of 5 or 10 years, it will be really crucial for the UK country to have more nurses, because this is going to be again, they don't want to come into a stage again that happened at the COVID time. There were less staff in health science, in medical, which they face challenge in time of COVID, that there were less nurses than the population they are having. So they are really focused on growing numbers, and they look upon quality of students who are looking to go for nursing programs.
Perfect. So I believe, that answers the question. So when we talk about the business and management program, which I believe to be most popular among Indian students, so how many courses are available for people who are looking for business and management?
We run various courses under business management department for UG, PG level. Under graduation, we have business management, which has options of business management, entrepreneurship skills, innovation. Along with that, we provide MBA Global, MBA Marketing Management, MBA Finance.
Okay. And as you mentioned, why we were having this discussion before this podcast. So when we talk about global MBA, so it is one of the most popular, program, I believe. And most of the Indian students do prefer to go for an MBA program. So do you need any experience from these students before you offer MBA program?
That's a good question, Saurav. For our all MBA programs, including MBA Global, we don't want any experience from the students. A fresher can easily apply. So it's a no experience required for this program. Along with that, there's no GMAT requirement. All they need to have is the completion of their degree and meeting the English requirement, and getting an offer letter for MBA program. Respected to it's a global MBA or MBA marketing management or MBA finance.
Okay, so ideally, there's no experience required. So even a student who has just completed their graduation, they can travel to University of Greenwich for this specific program.
Correct. Yes, they can.
All right. And in MBA also, you do provide specializations, which a lot of universities do not provide ideally. I have seen that.
Right. So we offer MBA marketing management as specialization and MBA finance.
All right. And that too without any experience.
Correct. There's no experience requirement. A student being a fresher, like you just mentioned, can easily apply and get an offer letter.
Perfect. And when we talk about the tech programs, so we do get a lot of inquiries from the students. Let's say people who have completed their computer science program, be it any engineering related program. So what all options does the University of Greenwich provide to students who are from a tech background?
So we provide various options to the students, and who are looking for a switch towards management side. Any student who's looking for a finance future, they can always look upon our program called Masters in FinTech. Along with that, a student who's looking to switch from IT to a management side, they can always look upon Masters of Management, Business Information Technology. Along with this, we also run Masters of Business Analytics program, which is very much in demand.
All right. So these are the programs that are available for people who are, have a tech background and now planning to go to University of Greenwich. I believe, Anurag, you mentioned MIM, Masters in Management program. So when we look at MIM program, how do you think it is different from an MBA program ideally?
Okay, so Rob, this question has been asked to me by many students in the past. The basic difference comes in that MBA is a generic basic program which student can do from any industry, right? When we talk about Masters in Management, it's basically talks about particular of Masters in Management itself and give you particular modules to study on the management front, as compared to the MBA, which gives you more on the case studies, which students look upon. They do work in groups, they work individually, and they talk about basic education in terms of economics, human resources, marketing, and various modules they study. But Masters in Management will give them the skill-based degree, particularly on the management side, and they will be doing assignments on management body itself.
So I believe that answers the question related to management and business part of it. But when we talk about students who are planning to go for tech programs, so a lot of like India is one of the hub for engineering related courses. I have seen a lot of students who have done the engineering programs, tech programs precisely. So what all courses does University of Greenwich offers for people who are going for tech related programs?
All right, it's a good question though, because we know that this today's trend is tech, and everybody is looking for IT. We offer various programs under that department, which is computer science. We offer students looking for data science, students looking for robotics, mechatronics. We have applied in AI for engineers. We got a program called business analytics program. Somebody's looking for that. We have big data and business intelligence. Along with that, we have come up with recent new programs which covers product design engineering, digital engineering, which is very much in demand these days, and prospective students are looking to study.
All right. So these are the tech programs that ideally, Greenwich University has to offer.
Right.
Okay. Also, I have heard that, University of Greenwich offers a lot of conversion programs. So I have two questions over here. First of all, what is a conversion program? And if you guys provide conversion program, so what are the most popular courses that ideally student opts?
All right. Sort of conversion program is basically a program which is making an option to a student to switch from their own background or the field they have studied. Over the time period, students realize after finishing their majors in bachelor's that they don't want to continue in that, and they have interest in other field. So students look upon conversion degree programs for that. We, University of Greenwich, we have various options to offer the students who are looking in management. Like we have MBA Global program. We also have psychology conversion program, which is a BPA segregated program. So students who are looking for practice, they can even get their degree certified as it's a BPA segregation program itself. We also provide students an option of data science and its application, which is a master degree program. Students who are coming from different background and looking for IT as a majors now, they can go for master in data science and application. Along with that, we have master's global public health management program. We also provide a course which is students look upon for filming, which is called Master in Film Production. So this is the programs which are very popular among Indian students at the University of Greenwich.
Okay, so ideally conversion programs are basically a medium for the student to switch their division.
Correct.
Or switch their programs that they have done in their bachelor's and now want to go to a different genre altogether in master's program.
Right. So often you find across students who study, say, BA program, or they do BTech in mechanical engineering or civil engineering. Some of the, after finishing the program, they realize that this is not the what they look upon down the line as they start working, or they see that this is something which is not their area of interest anymore. They look upon other fields. So Greenwich gives them an option of choosing the conversion degree programs. So we get a lot of students who are looking for that category.
All right. Perfectly fine. I believe that answers, because a lot of students I have seen personally in, India, what they do ideally, they choose engineering program eventually.
Yeah.
This is my personal experience because
Yes.
I have done my aerospace engineering and then switched to a different genre altogether. So I've seen a lot of students who have done their engineering programs in their bachelor's, but later they go to a different genre altogether. So I believe the conversion programs would be really helpful for them.
Definitely. They look upon these programs for to make them get a degree, which is something specialized they look upon. And very few schools provide that. And we are one of them to have these courses for the students.
Okay. And what about the MRes programs? So, do you have any programs which is research oriented, MRes program, MPhil program? And if yes, like what are the basic programs that students opt ideally?
So, adding to this, we do provide students an option of studying MRes programs, or they look upon PhD programs. We provide various options in PhD. However, for MRes, we do have a limited fields they can look upon, like in terms of science, engineering, or management. For MRes courses, students has to approach to the faculties directly with their proposal, with their projects they have studied over the time period of the bachelor's, or some experience they have been gaining post their education. This helps them understand what area they look upon, and the faculty gets an idea, is that the right student they look upon, who has some different idea, mindset they want to see, who is more into innovation, what projects research they have done over the years. which is totally in the hands of the faculty to take a decision. Once they agree, when they see that the student has given a when the student has spent time, good and ample time into some research projects.
And after having studied all these programs that we have just talked about, be it the business program, be it the management program, be it the tech related program, conversion program, nursing program that we have just talked, so University of Greenwich, how they help the students specifically in terms of getting the internship, or if they have any, industry tie-up that is going to help student in the later stage.
All right. So a lot of international students, especially from Indian market, they look upon internship, placement, sandwich year, which with the University of Greenwich, we offer all these to the students. I would like to start with UG first, because UG or 85% programs offers them a sandwich year, which means post the completion of the second year of their bachelor's, they will be going for 1 year internship, which is going to be a paid internship from the university itself. They will be placed into a proper official work. They will be working, they will be earning money, doing their assignments, coming back and doing their projects. Once the year gets completed, they need to go back to the university to finish their third year of the degree. This is called sandwich year. So this gives them an extra edge to the students who basically start the work, I would say the official work, which is going to be done after the completion of the program. They start before that. They get a edge on top of it, that how the real market works, how the UK global market works, how they get them prepare themselves on this. This helps them to grow mentally, emotionally, and the challenges they're going to come after finishing the program when they look upon a full-time job opportunity. Plus, they grow their network, which really helps them in applying jobs, in cracking the interviews. So this is about sandwich year for the UG. When we talk about the placement year, year is for the master students who are looking to further get placed from the university side itself. So university provides them 1 year of placement along with the curriculum they study for the master's degree. So we have run various programs under master's placement program. For example, we have master's in engineering management. We got master in pharmaceutical science. We got master in food safety and quality management. We got masters in construction project management. So we offer various programs in engineering as well, like masters in mechanical and material engineering. We recently launched masters in digital engineering, which is a placement program. Masters in sustainable engineering, which is a placement program. So in this, students study for 1 year, and the second is going to be placement from the university itself. They get the local experience. They get support from the university to work in the local market before they really get into the real job, real world. All these placements, again, they're getting paid as well. So they earn money while they work. This helps them grow, become more mature. They learn how to apply, how to talk, how to prepare themselves to get for the next round of the interview when they're going to be doing a full-time job. So placement really makes them more mature over the time period. They make good network, they travel, they learn, and they come back to the university, put up the thesis work they have done over there to the professor. They see what they have been following up, and then they get the degree completed. Similarly, we also provide MBA Global, MBA Marketing Management, MBA Finance. All these are placement programs. These are popular programs among Indian students because a lot of students look upon MBA from Indian market, right? And they look upon London as one of the destination where they have more job opportunities, right? So this gives them an ample opportunity land and ample space to work along. Placement year helps them to grow. So a lot of students who are looking for placement options, they look upon University of Greenwich as one of the schools provided in London itself.
And if I specifically ask about the internships, so as you mentioned, the university provides the internship opportunities for the students.
Right. So internships, its starting is basically it's from 5 days to 60 days, depending on the time period a student has having break from the education. Mostly students in the UG, they take this opportunity because they have more time period to stay on campus. So they take the internship from 5 days to 60 days, depending on the break. They get in touch with our staff, which are our counselors, the employability section, to help them and get the internship placed.
Okay. And for people who have opted master's program?
For them, because it's a 10 months program, or we say it's a 1 year program, right? So they don't have much time to do internship because they do a 1 year program rigorously. Then they have assignments to work on individually and group. They do part-time job, 20 hours per week on campus and off campus both. Plus, post this, they have one-year placement. So 1-year placement is an option for a master's program. Internship is majorly for UG program students, undergraduate students.
So just for students, when we talk about sandwich year or placement year, it is basically, let's say if you talk about sandwich year, so it is ideally for UG wherein internships are also included. And when we talk about placement year, it is ideally for master's program. So let's say you are opting for a placement year with masters, which is 1 year. So with placement year, that would be 2 years. So let's say when we talk about a placement year, so ideally, for example, you have opted a master's program, which is of duration 1 year. And if you have opted for a placement year, that would be for 2-year duration. All right. Moving on, the most asked questions by the students when we talk about the admission criteria, right? So for the University of Greenwich, let's say there are 2 students, one who is opting for a UG program and one who is opting for a PG program. So what are the ideal entry requirements for UG and PG?
All right. So for entry requirements, I go with the undergraduation first. For undergraduate, we accept all the boards, being CBSE, ICSE, state boards. The range starting with CBSE 65% and state boards at 70%. For PG, the requirement is minimum 60%, though the requirement of English language requirement is still there, which requirement is 6 overall with minimum 5.5 for undergraduate students. For postgraduate students, the requirement is 6.5 with minimum 5.5. We do provide English waiver as well, depending on the marks which they obtain in the 12th English and the gap year.
Okay. So to provide this IELTS waiver or English test waiver, which all boards are ideally considered?
We do accept state boards as well as the CBSE board for the IELTS waiver. It all depends upon the region they're coming for. So if they are for high-risk zones like Punjab, Gujarat, Uttarakhand, Himachal, Uttar Pradesh, we don't give them waiver from the state boards. But if they are studying from CBSE board, we give them the waiver. For Punjab, there is no waiver at all. So they have to give IELTS or other English language requirement test. Like we accept Duolingo as well. We accept PT. We accept TOEFL.
All right.
We don't accept MOI for any program.
Okay. So MOI are not accepted at all.
Correct. We don't accept MOI.
All right. So apart from the percentage and the English test, right, are there any other things that are required by the students?
Along with this, we require statement of purpose, 2 letter of recommendation from school or college, passport copy, a resume. Along with this, if a student is applying for architecture or design program, we require a strong portfolio. Plus, when you go for a nursing program or an architecture program, there has to be a faculty interview. So students should prepare for that.
Okay, so ideally, these are the documents that you have just mentioned would be required to apply for this university precisely.
Correct.
And right now, as you might know, that most of the students are waiting for their final result.
Right.
If you look at students who have just completed their bachelor's, they're waiting for their final year degree. And people who have just completed their 12th, for some of the state boards, the results are still awaited.
Yes.
So in that case, can a student apply to the university and get a conditional offer letter?
Definitely, they can submit the application. We will give them the conditional offer letter on the basis of the previous qualification, which is 10 standard. Along with that, they can upload the 12th predicted mark sheet, which is a part of the assessment of the application. We can give them a conditional offer letter. As soon as they receive the final mark sheet, they can share with us. We will give them the unconditional offer letter along with that meeting the IELTS English requirement.
According to you, what are the steps that the student should follow ideally to maximize their chances to get into University of Greenwich?
Okay, the student has to do a thorough research about the curriculum they're looking upon, because this will be helping in putting in the statement of purpose. Second, apply early. The more early you apply, you get an offer letter quickly, and there will be a good time for you to prepare on the financial documents, which will be required when you accept the offer and go for the next step, which is for the cash issuance.
Perfect. So I believe, if I have to put a one-liner to this question, maybe the student has to be proactive, right, and do the entire set of application as quick as possible to maximize their chances.
Definitely, they should look upon applying early, because when you apply early, you have ample time to work on your profile along with the financial documents and apply scholarship as well.
All right. So I believe, that explains the entire admission process. Moving on to the most important segment of this entire podcast, scholarships and financial aid. So, does University of Greenwich provide any scholarship for Indian students? And if yes, so what are the criterias?
As an international student, everybody looks upon the scholarship, right? So we do provide scholarship. At the moment, we are offering international students up to £3,000 scholarship, which can be applied online post getting an offer letter, which is done by our website. There is a link which they need to go and apply, put up their details, and there would be an essay coming along. They need to answer. The more scholarship amount goes to a student who has good SOP written, as well as they have a good score in their bachelor's. So it's an overall profile being evaluated to give a good scholarship amount. Second, we also offer various other scholarship which is provided by the British Council web itself. So please check out the website. There are various scholarship which can be availed.
Okay, maybe I can attach the link for our students to refer to those scholarships. So ideally it's £3,000.
Up to £3,000.
Up to £3,000.
Yes.
Perfect. And apart from the scholarships, are there any sort of funding that the student can opt for while choosing any program?
Like I mentioned, that they can always look upon British Council website for further information, because we work with them closely, and they can refer to the other scholarships available by the British Council itself.
Okay, so for more scholarships, they can probably refer to this website that you're mentioning.
British Council.
Okay, so moving to the next set of questions, which would be related to campus life and accommodation. I believe most of the parents are also worried that my son, my daughter is going to abroad for the very first time, where they will put up, how they will manage their things. So does University of Greenwich offers accommodation? If yes, so how costly or how affordable are they?
Actually, myself has been an international student, and there's always been a concern for the parents to worry about where they're going to be sending their child to far off and how they will be surviving, right, and living off campus or on campus. So it's a very question to be concerned for the parents, for the students as well. So Greenwich provides accommodation on all the campuses. We got 3 campuses, and every campus has a walking distance accommodation available for the international students. All the accommodation are fully secure and accessible 24/7. All the accommodation has all the facilities available for the students in the kitchen. They don't need to get the grocery and cook for themselves. They have an options to choose from studio apartment to a standard room, to a medium room, and to a large room. Along with this, they get a free access to Wi-Fi and a free gym access for the entire duration of the stay.
Okay, and when we talk about the affordability or the price that the student has to pay for this, so let's consider the cheapest option and the most expensive option that is available in the campus.
All right, so the range starting would be £450 to £600 a month. Greenwich would be the most expensive one. Second would be the Avery Hills, and third would be the Medway campus, which is in the Kent.
Okay, so the cheapest one starts from £450, which is a month, or
yes, it's from £450 to £600 a month.
Okay,
including all the bills.
Mhm.
Along with that, they get a free Wi-Fi access and a free gym access, which almost save £100 monthly basis.
Okay, and when we talk about the campus life, so how vibrant is University of Greenwich? What are the clubs that students can join, societies, and maybe sports team, if you can talk about it a little bit?
Greenwich being at the south side of the London, it has spread out in acres of land. So it gives you a different feel as you reach the university campus. There's a Thames River. There's 2 museums we have. As you walk down, you will feel that you're totally into a different location, which is like you see as London being a busy market, busy place, and Greenwich being a quiet market, quiet place for the students. So they have their own time with this. All the campus which Greenwich has provide comfy place to the students, especially international, because they move out from the comfort zone. And students require any assistance from the university, we provide them a mentor who helps them to get ease way to the university campus itself. They make through the campus. Plus, we have many sports clubs available. We do provide scores. We do offer students cricket, football, soccer, so they can always join that. We also have volleyball clubs on campus itself. Talking about the life on campus, we do provide cafe on campus. So there are 2 cafes on each side of the campus where they can sit and have a drink, have a coffee with their friends. We have a park just opposite to the university itself, where they can go for evening walk. So it's a beautiful campus, which is spread out in acres of land. Gives them the night vibes as well, because these cafes are open in the night as well, and they can enjoy themselves in the evening as well, in the evening time with their friends. We got few cafes, restaurants, pubs nearby the university campus itself, so they can go out, hang out with their friends in the evening or in the weekend.
Right, Anurag. And I believe we talked a little bit about the safety concerns and safety
Yeah.
things. So just to you know, so just to go in details about the safety of the students. So how safe is the campus and the surrounding areas are for the international students?
Okay, like I mentioned that students just going to walk hardly for 5 to 7 minutes to the campus accommodation. All are fully secure. They will be getting the access card to go inside the premises and come out. So without the ID card, nobody can get in. So it's all fully secure, and 24/7 it's accessible. There will be a security guard to assist them if anything goes wrong. So all the accommodation which Greenwich has are fully secure. We provide 24/7 access to the students. As they want to go to the library, they can always go to the campus and come back to the accommodation, which is just walking distance. And they would be given the access cards to come in and go out, come in and out. Plus, if there would be a security guard down there, if they need any assistance, they can always contact.
All right. So overall, it's very safe for the students.
Yes, it is very safe. It is hardly, I would say, when you are in Greenwich campus, you see the things around, you see that it's just walkable distance, and there's people there to help you out with. So I have personally gone there, and I've seen local residents helping students if they are having any challenges. So this gives them an extra feel that they are away from home, but still are in home.
All right. So I believe, Anurag, that answers one of the most important segment of this topic, one of the most important segment of this podcast, which is campus life and accommodation. Moving on regarding the career support, post-study things, right? I know there's a lot of speculation at this point of time regarding the post-study work visa. We'll have a detailed discussion with Anurag regarding this as well. But before we move to that segment, once the student completes their program, Anurag, right, how does the university, assist the student?
So once a student is about to finish the program, I always recommend students to start discussing with the counselors that you're about to finish your program at least 6 months prior. So when your first semester is about to over and it's you have 3-4 months left, start talking to them that you need an appointment with them to discuss about your career plans, how to apply, when to apply, what is the next fair happening on campus, because we provide these services to the students. All they need to do is approach at the right time. So students has to contact the counselor. We have an employability career service desk to help them out. We provide them a mentorship program, a student counseling program where they can get in touch and discuss about their profile, how they can build up more stronger. There will be a profile building along with the CV building. They will be taken a mock interviews of a couple of times to prepare them for the next round of their interview, which is going to be happen post the finishing the program. Plus, we do provide the information where the events fairs happening, so they can participate in that either on campus or off campus. So all they need to do is get in touch with them and be on the par. Plus, the main thing which we have just started, the most important, I would say, that we have an app called Target Connect. So this is an app which is especially for the students who are looking for a job post finishing their program. So once they start register themselves on this app, they will see the students, other colleagues, other students as well on the app. Along with, they will be able to apply for jobs, which is available in the market. All they need to do is get in touch with the counselor, download the app, get yourself registered, and start applying. They are there to assist you in application processing, everything.
So this app is specifically for the students who are passing out from University of Greenwich?
Yes, it is. It's our internal app, Target Connect.
Perfect. So Anurag, I have a following question with this. When we talk about the placement thing and everything, I believe it's very important for the student to know that what are the top recruiting companies comes into the campus. So if you can name a few of them, which company, if you can name a few of them, the top recruitment partners that you have with Greenwich.
We work with Ford, we work with Pfizer, we work with Code Payments, we work with Google, We work with Capgemini and many more. So students get placed over the time period in these companies.
Okay, so these are ideally the top recruiting companies that are recruiting heavily from University of Greenwich precisely.
Right.
Okay, and when we talk about the part-time jobs, so I often hear students looking for part-time job. Either they are doing their undergraduate program or be it the master's program. Not many, but of course there are a lot of students who look for part-time job opportunities. So does University of Greenwich offers any on-campus part-time jobs?
Yes, we do offer part-time job on campus, as we've been discussing about the campus location and the various facilities which we provide to the students. So our campus provides on-campus part-time job. We have a lot of cafes, a lot of restaurants nearby. We have Novotel, IBS Hotel just around the corner. We have Indian restaurant as well. So there are a lot of cafes, a lot of restaurants nearby the campus where they get a part-time job. Along with that, we have National Maritime Museum, Katisak Museum. So there are a lot of events keeps happening every month. So students get part-time job easily.
All right, so there are options which are available,
Yes.
but how easy it is for the student to get a on-campus part-time job, and what are the steps that the student should take care ideally to get these jobs precisely?
Okay, to get a part-time job, all they need to do is get in touch with the counseling desk, speak to a counselor. They will be giving a time slot to discuss with them about the job available in the next days. So they just need to approach the counselor. They meet the counselor. They help them in applying and letting them know what the job process is all about. I have met students personally. I've been talking to the students period as well. The students have got the job hardly in a week's time when they reach the campus. So it's all about the student effort, I would say. The more approachable they are and leaving the comfort zone, talk to the counselor. The more you talk, the more you acknowledge it, you will gain. This will help you getting a part-time job much quicker and easier.
Okay, and also Anurag, like let's say, if a student arrives at the campus, let's say 15 days prior to the commencement of the program, does that help? Because is it part is it first come first serve jobs that the student gets?
See, it's not that. When you reach early, 5-10 days prior to the course start dates, you basically meet all the students of your batch. So it gives you a little extra help that you start knowing people around you, right? And you cover up all the documentation, all the registration, enrollment much beforehand, rather moving to the last step of the deadline. So this helps you basically reaching the university, doing all the formalities, getting yourself registered within campus, getting the access cards, ID cards, getting all things sorted much quicker and easier rather at the last stage. Secondly, like you talking about the part-time, definitely when you approach early, this will help you getting a job early, because the one who's approaching first will get the chance of getting a job prior than the other one. So it's all phase first come first serve.
All right. So ideally, being quick in the process, of course, helps the student
Yes.
to get the job easily.
Definitely. It's always about taking the opportunity, and somebody who's taking the opportunity is working proactively.
Okay, I believe that answers everything related to the job opportunities after completing the program, the part-time opportunities that are available both on campus or maybe off campus as well. Okay, and currently, Anurag, you must have heard there's a lot of speculation regarding the post-study work visa. So what is your take? And if you can just explain the scenarios to our students as well.
So with the recent speculation happening, with the Indian mindset of the UK government. So the opposition has basically proposed to the parliament that they should reduce the tenure of work permit for the international students to 18 months, which was currently 24 months. So at the moment, it's just a proposal. It's been approached to the parliament. Parliament might consider it, might not. So nothing to be get into a panic mode, or there should be no anxiety. Even if it comes, if it gets approved, still the students will be on a safer side because they will be studying in a UK degree. They will be on the safer zone because they still have 18 months to work and gain the local experience. Moreover, the UK government is looking for serious students who are looking for study, which is the second point here to be noted, that they will not be much in favor of giving IELTS waiver to the students. So they will be asking you to please go and appear for an English language requirement test. So students who have been, getting MOI acceptable in the past, they might be a thing that they would be required to appear for the English language test and meet the English requirement. That's all. So students who are really keen to go UK, they can definitely go do their studies, do their education from the dream university they always want to. Focus on the education should be the main priority. And second, just the meeting the requirements. And this is just a proposal, like I said, nothing has been finalized.
Okay, so if I were to ask about your opinion, Anurag, do you think that if this changes actually takes place, that will that affect UK's appeal as a destination for studying abroad in any ways? What is your opinion? Just your opinion.
See, I don't think so. It will affect much to the mindset of Indian student because they always look upon UK as a country where which is the globally market, which is the root of education. When you talk about international education destination, apart from USA, so UK has always been the love for international students. And there was a time when UK had stopped giving the work visa at all. Still, there were students going for the education because they understand that if you have a good quality education, this will eventually help you in getting a job at the end. So it's all about, like we say in the movie of Three Idiots, like don't run behind success. Success will come when you have a good qualification, right? So focus on your degree, focus on your qualification. You will get the job, a desired job which you look upon.
And adding to this, Anurag, I have a question which is closely related to this. How do you think UK stands different from universities that are in Europe? Because in recent times there were a lot of news, a lot of students started inquiring about universities in the Europe. So according to you, right, how well UK universities are placed when we compare Europe as a market for Indian students?
To compare UK and Europe, which has been very limelight in the market and among the international students, international students understand that UK education is a route where the study started, and it's been there from the 18th century, right? So UK is always get an extra edge over Europe for their quality of education, renowned degrees, and they do their masters much faster than doing a master degree in Europe. Secondly, they don't have to learn any language. It's always an English language country, right? So this always gives an extra support to the international students that they are coming to a country which is a second home.
Okay, so ideally, as per your opinion, UK will always have a edge over any European country for that matter.
Definitely.
In Indian context specifically.
Yes, definitely it would be in terms of the ranking of the universities, the accommodation facilities the universities provide. So this always gives an extra edge to the students that they should look upon. And when we started about the UK as a studied abroad destination, students always look upon the nearby location, the language. So this gives an extra assistance in terms of being familiarizing themselves to the new location they're moving ahead with. Going to Europe is always a challenge for them because it's less populated. There are less people out there to assist them. And then there's a language, which is a major concern. When they want to work in the local market, they need to learn the local language and to do that to an extensive level.
Okay, so in that way, it becomes very tough for the student to, learn a new language, go into a new place, and
it does. I've met students. They say that it's to get into the universities is not that difficult if they have meet the admission requirements, grades they look upon. However, when they start working, localite people require them to learn the local language. And imagine yourself being age of 21 or 25. You are learning a new language, which takes a lot of time. And on the top, you also have to take care of many things out there, being an independent person.
Okay. And Anurag, let's say the changes are implemented, the speculations that are going on, which is regarding reducing the post-study work visa from 24 months to 18 months. Do you think that it can be implemented immediately on the current students who are planning to go in September 25 by any means?
Saurabh, if you recall, in 2024, UK VI stopped spouse visa However, they stopped the next intake. So whatever changes are going to come, it's not going to be for this current intake, which is September 25. It will be done from the next year onwards. So for this intake, students don't need to worry. Who are getting enrolled in this year, they will be eligible to get 2 years of post-study work permit.
Okay, so probably this is the year when students should go.
Yes,
to get
definitely.
2
They
years
should
of
take
work
this
permit.
opportunity.
Perfect. I believe that answers most of the queries that students are speculating about at this point of time. Okay, so I believe, Anurag, that answers briefly about all the speculations that are going in the market, the future opportunities, entry requirements, scholarships. We have covered everything, almost all the topics we have discussed. So according to you, Anurag, what is the final advice that you would give to our students when they are planning their journey to study abroad?
Saurav, I would like to inform the students through your channel that students always do apply early. Do your thorough research about the school they're looking upon, the course they're looking to study further. Plus, take assistance from you guys to assist for application process, along with the scholarship and financial part, which is very crucial for the students to understand.
Okay, so being quick in the process, planning things as quick as possible, right?
Yeah.
I believe that helps a lot.
Right. So always apply early. This will give you ample time to work on your remaining documentation, which will be assisted by GSL. Second, they will be able to apply a good amount of scholarship. Third, they will have time to work on their finances, right? And then they can have ample time to book their accommodation, look around the accommodation available on campus as well.
Also, I believe there are a lot of scholarships that are time bound.
Yes.
So if you just apply right on time, the chances for you to get the scholarship increases. If you become late in the process, by default, that gets nullified in the entire run.
Every scholarship has a deadline. So
Makes
students
sense.
who apply early, they are eligible for that because they get offer letter early, and the next step is to apply for the scholarship is to get an offer first. So once they have an offer, they apply for the scholarship. The students who apply late, they don't get the scholarship because the deadline has passed by. So they can get a scholarship, but to a certain amount.
Even for Greenwich, I believe that you had an early bird scholarship, which for this year has already been exhausted.
Yes, we do had that scholarship earlier, which was supposed to be ended in 15th March. However, it got extended to 15th April. So there have been a lot of students who have taken this opportunity, and luckily they have got an early bird scholarship.
All right. I believe that answers everything. One last question that I have with me, which I ask everyone. What do you think about Global Study Link and the services?
All right. So Global Study Link is an organization which we are closely working with for the many years now. And to have GSL as a partner, it's a privilege. GSL helps students in counseling, helping them in documentation, their financial part, the scholarship part. So students get all these services without any charges. It's a free service provided by the GSL. So it's a good advantage. Students should take it. I would recommend students to further do contact them for their assistance in terms of applying to the University of Greenwich. Thank you.
I read a very beautiful quote yesterday. The ink, the day, my story, my way. So I believe this is the right time for you to start writing your own story with the help of GSL. I would like to thank Anurag, representing University of Greenwich, and telling us in details about all the questions that are, frequently asked by the students, be it the speculations that are going in the market, be it the accommodation, be it the entire loan facilities, talking about the scholarship facilities and everything in details. So stay tuned with us for more such episodes, which will give you a detailed analysis of each and every university and all the queries that you want to hear from us. So all the very best, and see you in the next one.